did an interview with Anthony Cirillo. The guy is fantastic. He really is. And you'll see from the interview. We'll be back with Anthony right after these messages. Well, welcome back to the Sam Lesante Show, folks. Remember, 24/7, you can watch all of our programming on ssptv.com all over the world. A lot of people who are friends of mine in Poland and also in Italy have been watching our programs, and it's very exciting. Well, you know, we have John Patton on the show, but now at this event, I told you, which is October 20th, Mohegan Sun, Better Living, put on by the Time Shamrock. There's a lot of activities, as we talked about, and we're going to continue to talk about. One of the most important things I think you find are very interesting is the speaker they have, the main speaker, other than me, Anthony Cirillo. He is a healthcare professional, it's very interesting. I have Anthony on the phone now, and he's looking forward to coming on. Anthony, thanks for coming on the show.
Oh, thanks for having me. Pleasure.
Okay. Now you have a lot of stuff to say. We're talking, folks, before we tape this segment. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Anthony.
Yeah, so I'm a paisano from South Philadelphia originally, and I've been in broadcasting and healthcare for many years, and worked in the Philadelphia area before moving to New York, and working with a company that worked with seniors, and then coming down to the Charlotte, North Carolina area. So, you know, while I was a healthcare professional, at night I was also a full-time musician, playing in bands and, you know, nightclubs and some of the casinos in Atlantic City, and, you know, gone and recorded in Nashville. But one of the interesting things is when I got out of all of that, I started going into senior care homes. And you know, one in fact is up in Forest City. We have a place up in the Endless Mountains, and so I started entertaining seniors, and this was some 20-something years ago. And when I left Philadelphia, I was doing 100 performances part time, and it soon became apparent that I was getting a lot of fulfillment out of it, and I was also giving a lot of fulfillment. So you know, the way I spend my days is I do still work in healthcare right now, particularly working with caregivers and with companies to bring them caregiver solutions to help their employees and also to healthcare providers. I also write for U.S. News and World Report. I'm on a local version of the Today Show here in Charlotte every month. And obviously I'm a speaker, and I use song in all of my keynotes, and that's what we'll be doing at Mohegan, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's not going to be one of my, you know, when I'm talking to healthcare professionals, the blah, 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 blah PowerPoint thing. It's going to be a lot more entertaining and interactive, so we're going to have some fun.
You know, it's, this event that the Time Shamrock puts on every year is extremely interesting because they have various doctors in different areas that people can learn about, and my talk is going to be on how the media could extend your life a little bit. But anyway, let me get back to what you're saying. Folks, there are some areas I highly recommend that if you can make it on October 20th to come to the event. There's a lot of activities happening. I'm on 12:30, and then Anthony comes on at 1:15. But however, Anthony, so when you're talking about caregiver solutions, okay, I know many people who are caregivers, and boy, they could use all the help that they can. How, for those who maybe cannot make the event, how could they get some of this information from you, learning about caregiving and about some of the healthcare areas that they could, you know, improve upon?
Sure. Well, they certainly can go to my website. It's theagingexperience.com. And, you know, I could tell you, if anybody wants to get in contact with me, I'll be glad to tell them. You know, what we have is a set of solutions that we bring to companies, but we really hope that employees will advocate with their employers to bring these solutions to their companies because, you know, caregivers a lot of times are shunned in the workplace, and it's an unfortunate thing, but some of the culture is changing around that, and you know, we hope to have more employees, and we have 5.5 million people under our caregiver services right now that are availing themselves of what we offer, which includes, you know, real people that you can get on the phone and can work with you through your whole caregiving journey, as well as a wealth of information. If people want to just get their feet wet a little bit, I also run something called the Caregiver Summit. It's www.caregiversummit.org. And what we do is we have videotaped interviews with experts in the field, short 10 to 15-minute video clips, and we discuss all aspects of caregiving and we have 12 categories, from becoming a caregiver to after the caregiving is over. So a lot of good information just on that site, and our third summit goes live November 1st. And then, of course, if you just get in touch with me, I could tell you more about the other things that we offer, or better yet, come to Pocono on October 20th, and I believe I have a table that'll be set up, and you could sit and talk to me, and I'll be glad to cover it.
How long have you been doing this, Anthony?
Well, I've been in healthcare. My first hospital job was in '85, so that should tell you all you need to know. I'm a fellow in the American College of Healthcare Executives, and been in healthcare most of my life, preceded by, like I said, a little bit in broadcasting and a little bit in medical publishing.
What can I expect from you when I go to the Mohegan Sun October 20th?
Yeah, well, I am so presumptuous that I am going to present a program called The Meaning of Life. So there you go.
Good.
You're going to find the meaning of life in an hour. Who knew?
Yeah.
But, here's the thing. With those thousands of performances I've done with seniors, and especially the ones, who are in the nursing homes, where you think, there for the grace of God go I, they have so much to tell us and teach us if we'd only kind of listen to them. And so I've learned 8 points that we all know, but we very seldom practice every day in our lives. And, I'll just go through some of them, like having purpose in your life. I mean, I could tell you stories, and will tell stories about residents in these places that I go and sing who have incredible purpose. When you think that their life is over, I had one woman say, I pray to God every day for what my purpose is, things like that. How staying active helps them, and having a sense of humor. And one of the ones I'm writing in the November U.S. News and World Report is all about gratitude. I think one of the big things I've learned from seniors is how grateful they are for things, no matter their circumstance. So essentially, every point that I make and say to them is going to have a story of a wonderful person I've met along the way, including some from Northeast Pennsylvania. And then we do a little snippet of a song, and then every point that I make has some research and science behind it. So there's going to be some poignant moments where people might shed a tear or two when they hear a story, and there's others where they're going to be flapping their wings and tweeting like a bird when I do the point of humor, and let their hair down. And, of course, we have prizes for the best. I call them the tweeters and the flappers.
Okay, so what I didn't tell you was I had my own orchestra when I was in high school and college called the Lancers, and I played trumpet. And, of course, so anyway, I don't want to upstage you to sing, because then everyone want to hear me instead of you, and I wouldn't do that to you, okay? But anyway, Sinatra, Dean Martin, all these, so we have a lot of fun with that. But certainly we're looking forward to seeing you, Anthony, and hopefully, with a little bit what I have to say and a little bit what you have to say, in fact, you have a lot to say, it'll be a great opportunity for people to come there to learn a lot. So I'm looking forward to seeing you, and thanks so much for taking the time today and doing this segment on the Sam Lesante Show. Remember, if you want to see it, Anthony, you can just go to our website, which is ssptv.com. Hit shows, you see the Sam Lesante Show, and this will be up at the end of the week, so you can see how well you did on the show.
There you go.
Okay.
We can have a vocal competition like The Voice.
Well, we have a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and that's what it's all about. Keeping people happy and looking at the best things in life. And you are a grandfather, right?
Of 6, yes.
Well, that's good. I'm a grandfather.
3 through 19.
Good. I'm a grandfather of 3, 16, 15, and 14. Okay, so it's a lot of fun. Nice talking with you, Anthony, and we'll see you October 20th, okay?
See you soon, Sam.
Okay, so folks, I'm talking to Anthony Cirillo. He's going to be the main speaker at the Mohegan Sun, October 20th. As I said, there's a lot going on, and John and I are going to be talking, and we've already talked a little bit, but we're going to talk a little bit more about it when we come back after the break. But remember, try to make it. It'll be very interesting, and hopefully, it's interesting, my talk on how the media could extend your life a little bit, and that's going to be interesting for, I hopefully, with Anthony's meaning of life and what we have, we could leave there very excited and very enthused about life. We'll be back right after this.